Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to a very special video on a Friday. So this is going to be kind of like the get to know me tag that was on YouTube a bajillion years ago, but I decided to put this out instead of my regular Friday video, which if you're new here, my regular Friday video is usually a renovation of some sort. This will probably be my channel trailer just to give those who are coming into my channel sort of the vibe of who I am and what I do. So if you don't know me and you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Janelle, which is the first question, but I am a Sims YouTuber here on The Sims if you happen to stumble onto this channel. I upload 5 days a week. I've got Let's Plays 3 days a week, and then I got a speed build and a speed reno, so you can look forward to those every day of the week. I enjoy doing it. Anyway, I'm hoping to have this play over a create a sim of myself. I haven't recorded that yet, but that is the plan. Anyway, I have a list of 50 questions here that I'm going to go through, and hopefully you guys can get to know me a little better. So number 1 is, what is your name? My name is Janelle. Like I said, what does your name mean? I have no idea. I don't know what it means. It's actually given to me because my mom had a friend named Janelle. She really liked that name, so there you go. Also, all my siblings' name starts with J. I don't know why. Where are you from? I am from British Columbia, Canada. I live just outside of Vancouver. If you know where that is, it's a pretty well-known town, at least for Canada in comparison. It's called Hollywood North. No, I've never seen any famous people. Where do you live? Just outside of Vancouver. What do you do for a living? Currently, I kind of am all over the place. I just sort of take jobs as they come to me. I just recently graduated university, which I think that's another question, but we're going to skip ahead. And yeah, so I'm just kind of all over the place. I don't really have a set thing yet. What is your favorite color? My favorite color is orange. That comes with a funny story. One of my old friends' moms saw me wearing an orange shirt and said orange was my color, and ever since then it's been my color. So what is your star sign? I am a Cancer. My birthday is in July. I am the crab. What is your favorite music genre? It's all over the place. I grew up on country, so I'm a big country fan. But I kind of like pop. I like old rock is a really good one. You can always get me with a good old rock song. Rolling Stones, Beatles, anything like that. Who is your favorite musician? All-time favorite is Shania Twain. She's got sentimental value. She was the first record I ever bought. She was the first concert I ever went to, so she's sentimental. Favorite food? I'm a big sweets person. I have a ginormous sweets tooth. It's the worst. I've never been to the dentist where I haven't had a cavity. It's like a double-edged sword. Favorite drink? I love sparkling water. It's been a recent obsession of mine. I used to be like super addicted to Diet Pop back in like when I was like 15 years old. I don't think it asked my age. My age is 23, by the way, just so you get some context. Back when I was like in high school, I used to be super addicted to Diet Pop, and it was weird. I used to drink probably 4 or 5 cans a day. And then when I stopped one day, I remember the day that I stopped, I got the worst migraine ever, and it was just like these withdrawal symptoms. I swear it felt like I was on some sort of drug that I was trying to get off. So it's crazy. I wouldn't recommend being as addicted as I am. So I replaced it later in life with sparkling water. Favorite snack is probably chocolate. Surprise, surprise. Favorite holiday is Christmas. I get so gung-ho for Christmas. It starts in September and it just goes all the way through. I'm not a big fan of Halloween, so it doesn't really mean anything to me. I like Thanksgiving. Favorite pastime? Playing video games, which is funny. Playing The Sims has always been my favorite pastime. Something I've always been addicted to, hence why I created a Sims channel. Favorite sport is hockey. Played it for 12 years, so it's got a special place in my heart. I am Canadian, so I think I'd get kicked out of the country if I didn't say hockey. What is something you are talented at? Hockey? I don't know if that's like a talent or something I picked up. I have really good hand-eye coordination. That's also from playing hockey. I can not draw. I can read. That's really good. I don't have any, like, I feel like talent is always associated with art stuff, and I'm not super artsy. I'm crafty, but I'm not artsy. I can't really draw. I can't paint. I'm not great. I'm getting better. I try my best to draw as much as I can to sort of help that talent. But what is something you wish you were talented at? Drawing. It's something I wish I could create, like animated figures would be really cool. Things that you can do on the computer. I wish I could do that, but I can't. Are you competitive? Very. I come from a very competitive family, so it runs in my bloodline. Also playing hockey, very competitive. Describe yourself in a single sentence. Oh my goodness, this is tough. A single sentence. Does it have to be like a sentence that goes together? Or can I just use like words? I'm asking nobody this question, by the way. I believe that I am, I guess I could do it in a single word. I describe myself as kind. That's what people always describe me as, which comes as also a double-edged sword. It makes for making friends really easily, but it also comes from getting hurt very easily because I'm overly kind. Is that one sentence? Sure. What is the best compliment you've ever received? The best compliment I've ever received was from a guy. Surprise, surprise. And he said my eyes were like the ocean. What a line, huh? What are some of your bad habits? I have a tendency to get very stressed out. And it's the stress that I put on myself. It's stress that I really don't need to put on myself, but I do. And then I just kind of, I either lash out and get really angry, or I just kind of retreat into my my kind of like hermit little self and go to my room and stuff. But it's a bad habit that I've been trying to break. What are your favorite things about yourself? I do enjoy being kind. Sometimes it backfires, but I do enjoy it. I like how I love animals. It's a weird thing that I love about myself. Because I just love being around them. I also love that I love to do research. I don't know why. It's a weird thing. I'm a history major, so it comes with the territory, but being able to sit down for long periods of time and research things means that I get super duper passionate about things. I'm passionate about things I read in the news, or I'm passionate about learning new things. That falls off after a few weeks, but I'm passionate at the start. What is on the top of your bucket list? That would have to be to travel to Europe, or to travel at all. What are 3 long-term goals? Long-term goals are to travel, save money to buy some sort of house or something. I'd love to buy a farm, but that's pretty expensive. And to do something that absolutely terrifies me. I'm a bit of a scaredy cat, so I tend to not do things that terrify me, but I really want to. One of those things is traveling on my own. So maybe that'll come up. I don't know. What are 3 short-term goals? To find a steady job would be one. To possibly go back to school. It depends whether that steady job comes or not. And another short-term goal is to volunteer somewhere. What are you going to do today to help you achieve those goals? Today at 8:29 p.m., nothing. In the near future, I'm hoping if I get some free time, I'll probably set up some volunteer opportunities. And as far as my long-term goals is just save money, and I gotta start small. I can't just jump into things that scare me, so I'm gonna have to do something small. What is your biggest accomplishment? Graduating university. What is an ideal first date for you? Something low key. I'm not very flashy, and I don't like to draw attention to myself. So I really, honestly, I'm like the cheesiest girl you'll ever meet. I really do just like long walks on the beach. Just getting to know each other, I feel like really helps whether or not you want the second date or not. What do you look for in a partner? Someone who's funny. Funny outdoes everything for me. I am a sarcastic piece of work. And I love someone who can make me laugh. Who is your role model? Is it bad if I say my mom? Is that cheesy? What one of the hardest working people I know. So which of your parents are you most like? Well, I've lived with my mom for my whole life, and she's the only parent I've lived with. So I'd say my mom, probably. Which of your parents are you closest to? My mom. What is the last book you read? The last book I read, I don't even remember what it's called. It was like a romantic novel. It was about a painter, like an art appraiser, and some hot guy. I don't know. It's like one of those 50 Shades of Grey books, but better written and not as cheesy, I guess. What is your favorite fairy tale? My favorite well, I took a children's literature class a while ago, and it kind of ruined all fairy tales for me because I read the original ones by the Grimm brothers, and man, that'll really take you out of that fairy tale mood. But I am a big fan of, I don't know, I just, there's always that little girl inside of me that loves fairy tales, like Cinderella. My prince will come. I'll fall in love with him in a day, and we'll get married the next day. It's great. What is your favorite quote? It is, "Be not afraid of greatness. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them." And it is by William Shakespeare. Favorite subject in school? History. Subject you were best at? History. Hence why I got a history degree. Favorite teacher was my third grade teacher. She had all of my siblings before me and knew my mom really well, so she was the best. Also, my grade 6 and 7 teachers were great. I had them for 6-7 split for both years. They were really good. Do you have a best friend? If so, then who? My dog. I'm kidding. I have a friend that I've known since I was 10. I work for her parents, and she is lovely, and her name is Sarah. Who has left the most impact on your life? Who has left the most? Well, that's such a complex question. Because, like, I have friends who have come into my life and who have left the biggest mess, have left me in the biggest mess. I've had boys who have come into my life and left me in the biggest mess. But as far as, like, soul impact, it would have to be my mom. But other people have come in, and definitely the mess is hard, but it makes you a better person. So, what app do you use the most? Let's see. I think it's the weather app. I check the weather a lot. Twitter is probably the one I go on the most because I feel like everything happens with Twitter. So I'd have to say Twitter. Where are we? What piece of technology can you not live without? My phone. It's my connection to everything. It's also mainly, it has my pictures dating back to 2012 when I got my first iPhone, and everything is transferred over between all of my phones. So it's definitely my phone for sentimental reasons. What countries have you visited? I have gone to Canada, considering I live there, and the States, and that is it. I am well under traveled. What countries would you like to visit? I'd like to see more of the States. I've got some bucket list cities that I'd like to go to. And Europe is definitely up there. Australia, although they have spiders, and I don't like spiders. And I do want to go visit China and Japan. Those are up there too. What is on the top of your bucket list? This was a question from before, but traveling. Best memory you have. My goodness, I'm 23 years old. I have 23 years of memories. Best memory. See, the questions make me nervous because then my brain just goes into like fuzzy mode, and I'm like, I don't have any memories anymore. Probably one of my friends' 13th, I think it was her 13th birthday. We were at her house, and she lived just down the street from me, and we left without telling her mom, and we came to my house because I had a trampoline, and we just hung out on the trampoline and stared up at the stars, and just, it was the last birthday party before I went to high school, and high school was a rough time for me, so it was also the last birthday party I think I had or went to, so it was good. What is your most embarrassing memory? this happened during a trip to California. It was for my 18th birthday. I don't think it was on my 18th birthday. And we were walking down Venice. And if anybody has been to Venice, you know that there's a lot of people trying to sell you stuff, trying to sell you their stuff. And so there was this guy, and he was trying to like push his CD, his mixtape, whatever you want to call it, onto people. And I thought, you know what, this guy's worked hard for this. Maybe I'll just grab a copy and make him feel good. Not realizing that he wanted you to listen to the CD with him and his Walkman. And so I grabbed the CD and started walking away, and he screamed at me to give it back to him. And I was so embarrassed. It was so bad. I'm still embarrassed. It was one of those moments that you relive in your head at 1:00 in the morning. How many relationships have you been in? Long-term relationships? I've never been in like a super long-term relationship. I've been in a few short-term, like, I guess I love you relationships, but is it really? I don't know. I just never found that person. It's sad. I'm in a long meaningful relationship with my dog, which sounds weird, but dog takes up a lot of your time, especially when you have a dog, go to university, have 2 jobs. It's time consuming. But now that I'm out of university, who knows? Am I right? If you could give your younger self any advice, what would it be? Don't stress. Especially my high school self. Do not stress. Do not care what other people think. I have learned that so much more in the past 2 years than any other time. I used to care so much about what people think, and I still do a tiny bit, not gonna lie. But as far as like what I used to in high school, not nearly as much. And last question, one thing you know now that you wish you had have known as a kid, how to read apparently, that everything gets better. And that life moves on. The embarrassing moments, the bad moments will all pass with time. Even the good moments will, but you will have those memories forever. Also, be kind. And don't let that be a downer, because I know people can stomp on people who give too much, but don't let them take away one of your best qualities. Anyway, guys, I hope that was as much fun for you as it was for me. Get to know me a little bit more. Just one of those fun videos that I want to put on the front of my channel so that when people come and hang out, they're like, oh, this is what this girl's all about. I know there were kind of general questions. Maybe a few months down the road, I'll get a little more personal. You never know. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure to leave a like. And if you want to stay updated on all this nonsense, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And I will see you all in my next video. So have a wonderful, fantastic, awesome, great day. Bye, guys.